Hey, what's good, Grateful family? Welcome in. Welcome back to the Grateful Gab Sports Huddle. Got my cousin Papa Dennis in studio. I'm Grateful Dave. Welcome into the Grateful Gab Podcast. Got the daily verse coming here shortly. Today's episode is being brought to you by Sugarcane Sweet Shop. Again, daily verse Sports Huddle rundown is on the way. Let's get into it. Daily verse for the day of January 3rd, 2025, derives from the book of Psalm, chapter 31, verse 24, and it states as follows. Be courageous, and may your heart be strong, all you who are waiting for Jehovah. Amen. And again, it's
Amen.
Psalm chapter 31, verse 24.
Man,
So
hold on, cuz you always bringing a verse in here. Wait a second for a minute. I got a
all right,
verse for you. Hold on.
talk to me, cuz. Talk
Hold
to me.
on for a second, fam.
Looking
I
forward
always
to
bring verses into
it.
it. Oh, so yeah. Uh, so I got what I call my handy dandy go-to book. Praise for difficult times. Mother
Okay,
gave this to
okay.
me a couple years ago. But there's one in here. I need to put this in another folder. I don't even know why this in here. Let's see here for a second. Let's see here. The one time I got something for you and they ain't gonna give me the actual. I ain't even sit here and realize that they didn't even give me the actual scripture for this, but it's in the back of the book. It's the last prayer of this book.
Uh-huh.
So it's in the chapter they got called worry. So when you worrying about different things, they have a whole bunch of prayers in here that you can read off on.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wish they give me the scripture for this one, but I believe it's in Philippines 4:6.
Philippians 4:6. Let's see what it says.
Yeah. Let's see, because they
You
got a
can
lot
read
in
it.
here.
You can read it.
Yeah, they got a lot in here, but let's see
Oh yeah,
here.
that's definitely where it come from about worrying. Go ahead, read it to me. Read me your prayer.
All right. I realize, Lord, that when I worry, I'm trying to hold on to my own control over my life. I don't want to let go and accept that you may have other ideas. I want to make things happen the way I want them to happen. I don't trust you to be able to handle things. I don't trust you to be able to handle things on my own. I don't know. I feel like that's a little typo right there, but it's all right. It's as though you were carrying a suitcase that hardly weighed anything from your perspective. And I was a little ant running alongside you, saying, let me carry it. I can carry it better. Let me, let me. Lord, forgive me. I ask for your will to be done in your way, in your time. I trust you. I give you all my words. Amen.
That's right. In Jesus' name. Don't forget to send in Jesus'
In
name, baby.
Jesus' name,
Jesus' name.
amen.
Yeah, that's right. Now I appreciate that now, because that's important, right? I love that the illustration about Jehovah holding that briefcase and it weighs nothing to him but us being little ants. Ants are strong creatures now. They can carry 100 times that weight, but one ant ain't carrying no suitcase. You
Nope.
know what I mean? No briefcase or whatever. I mean, whatever the illustration was. Sorry, but yeah, man, that's how it is. Jehovah, when he carry it, it's nothing to him, right? It's weightless, right? He can handle anything. So give him my burdens, right? Give him everything. And the scripture you pointed out at Philippians chapter 4, verse 6, it definitely goes into that, right? It states at Philippians chapter 4, verse 6, do not be anxious over anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication along with thanksgiving, let your petitions be made known to God. Right? That's what we have to do, right? Give it to Jehovah, give it to him, and let our words rest on him, and he'll take care of it. So yeah, man, truly I appreciate you. You know,
That's funny because that's actually the prayer they got at the top.
yeah, that's it.
Hey,
So yeah, man, let it, thank you for that, input and not only helping me, but helping other individuals who might be going through something might need to hear that. So that's why I really love this platform because, of course, we, on our sports days, it's sports related, but of course we always give Jehovah praise, and I appreciate you, being inspired, and Jehovah putting it in your spirit to be able to want to share that with us and everyone else. So I appreciate that, cuz. Yeah.
no problem, dog. That's my handy dandy book. I wish I could find the link for it because I've been trying to buy that book for other
Mm-hmm.
people because it's just it breaks down. It got different sections in it: worries, anxiety, depression, financial strain. It got different chapters in there, and it has prayers for each chapters. And not only do they have prayers, they actually tell you what you might be feeling going into those moments before you get
Mhm.
like a list of prayers that you can read off the hip. So that's
Mhm.
like my handy dandy prayer right there. Cause I know I'll get to a point where worry and anxiety will take over and it's me just trying to control things and
Right.
not
Yep.
realizing I'm trying to control things. But really one thing I've been trying to do is just be in the present. Focus on the breathing. That helps you stay in the present moment.
Right. And even I love the fact you brought, spoke about controlling. Even the thing that we can control, right? We have to understand that Jehovah is still the one in charge of giving us the opportunity, the mindset to handle the situations in a manner, right? So
Hmm.
I'm big on control what you can control, but even at the same time, the thing we can't control, give it to Jehovah. So it's amazing. So I appreciate it again, cuz looking forward to being able to apply that and lean back on that wisdom that you were able to share with us this morning. So appreciate that.
No problem.
So, as we get into the sports huddle rundown today, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it kicked off here. Sports huddle rundown for this morning, January 3rd, is as follows: quarterfinal college football playoff preview or results. Right, we all know what happened. We'll get
Just
into it.
thoughts, results, and thoughts.
Right, the results and thoughts, right? Semifinals preview, right? Still excited for the college football playoff in general, right? A lot of good matchups still to be had, right? A lot of things, four teams still have an opportunity to do something that the four of these teams who are in the playoffs still haven't yet to be able to accomplish it during this college football playoff era. So this will be historic for all of these collegiate programs, whatever team reached this mountaintop, right? And plants that flag. The four of these teams are here have not done that yet in this college football playoff era. So excited for that and the opportunity they have. Also the NFL, right? NFL Week 18 is here. We've been talking about it. We excited to be able to cover it today. Excited to be able to watch the games, right?
Yes, sir.
I haven't been excited for an NFL season in a long time. So here we are today. Looking forward to it. Stay tuned to the end to get our results, our thoughts, our anticipated results, our thoughts. Even though all of our brackets have basically been wrong this quarterfinals in the playoff, but it's okay. We're gonna give our opinion regardless. We don't care.
Yep.
We don't hold the outcome. NBA season, ringside coverage. We're not gonna forget about ringside coverage. NCAA men's and women's top 25 and the National Hockey League. So let's get into it, man. Again, thoughts, info, insight about the exciting quarterfinals. Surprising quarterfinal, but overall it was good and super excited for all the teams going forward and proud of all the teams that fought to the end. So let's get into it. So quarterfinal college football playoffs again. We covered the first matchup between Miami and Ohio State on on Thursday. Our mindset was the reason Miami had won because of the physicality, right? They came in, they were physical, they were able to dominate the line of scrimmage against Ohio State. Miami advanced with a victory over Ohio State, 24-14. If I'm not mistaken, let me find it here. I can't find it. Okay, there we go. I got it pulled up now. Yeah,
24-14.
24-14, right? We had the games kick off the first of the year, Thursday, not Thursday, yeah, Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
January 1st. We had the games kick off. Number 4 Texas Tech was absolutely shut out. They got dominated, which was surprising, right?
Very
They got
surprising.
dominated by number 5 Oregon 23-0, put a whooping on them. Uh, all the games basically were whoopings except the best game of the night, the best game of the college football playoffs, in my opinion, already. Honestly, the no, and I honestly think now that result from the Georgia Ole Miss game, the winner of that game is probably the favorite to win the whole thing, right? And we'll get to that as well. Then we had an absolutely dominating performance by the number 1 team in the college football playoff in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, and this team's looking legit, right? I
Yeah.
didn't know what to expect from this team, right? Alabama's a team that's been to they have that persona of we're here to stay. It's not about you. It's not about y'all going against us. It's about us playing how we can play, and if y'all can be able to keep sustain that or not, keep up with that or not. But Indiana had something else to say. They said, "Nah, buddy, this ain't this. This is Indiana football, right? We know how to be physical. This is what we've been on all last year. I mean, all year. Like we made the college football playoff the year before then. It wasn't a fluke. We're here to show everybody this year we're real. The Heisman Trophy winner, he's real, right? This is what we do. This is not flukes. This is not fakes, and that's what they definitely put on
Yeah.
display. I mean, they absolutely dominated. Alabama. I mean, two
Man,
times.
just go ahead. About to say hit that again. Just hit it
Yeah,
one more
yeah.
time.
I mean, they
Yeah.
beat the brakes off Alabama,
Good.
38-3, and I was happy. I mean, I wanted a better game, right? I expected Alabama to show up and be more prepared and be more competitive than what it was. But again, Indiana said, "Nah, cakewalk, right? Cakewalk." So
Yeah.
then we advanced to the final game of the
Now,
night,
cuz
right?
before you get to your final game of the night, I just want to say two things about this Indiana and Alabama game. One, I've always said, I said back when I saw them play Oregon the first time that they got a legit defense. I didn't expect the offense to go off like this. I know
Right.
I talked my trash about about the Heisman winner. I ain't got
Mm-hmm.
nothing else to say about that. They full blown legit through and through,
Right.
offense, defense, special teams, everything. They are full blown legit.
Yeah.
My
No.
thing
This.
with Alabama, which is why I feel it is, I feel like we still hold on to the Saban era, the Saban aura of Alabama.
Yep.
Let's say that, not just the era, but the aura. When we think of Alabama, we still think of Nick Saban. I can't think of the new coach name right now. I know he came over from
Kalen DeBoer.
Washington. Kalen DeBoer came from Washington, right?
Caleb DeBoer. I think Kalen or Caleb, one of them.
Yeah,
Go
he
ahead.
came over from Washington. But yeah, it's like he's still trying to build his culture within that team, but we already have this culture of Alabama that I've been used to my entire life pretty much. This physical smash mouth team, and this is just they're just not that anymore. I got to get used to what Alabama is. One day they might turn back the clock. The next day they do it, what we saw against Indiana.
Right. And then, a big emphasis of the Alabama teams back then, not only they had wide receivers, they had running backs, they
Run
had run
game.
game.
Mhm.
This is a team that doesn't have a run game. I don't know if it's not something that is, credited to, this type of style that this coach came from. Right. Washington, I don't remember who the Washington running back was when they went to the championship, but you knew who the quarterback was, you knew who those receivers
Yeah.
were, right? So that's the type of air raid offense that he's trying to bring here, which it worked for him. Right. Last year you had a Jalen Milroe who can move around. Right. He was a
Mhm.
dual threat quarterback who throw the ball down the field, but also he could be your running back. He could be your run game. You didn't have that this year with Ty Simpson. Even though Ty Simpson made plays with his legs, but when he got hurt, they already had the momentum before he got hurt anyway. But when he got hurt, it was definitely downhill. But
Mhm.
yeah, man, it was an exciting game. I stopped watching because I knew Alabama it was over with. Indiana was just dominating them from beginning to the end. But it was fascinating to see that this Indiana team is legit. This Indiana team is legit. So, but as we give flowers to all these teams that won, even Ole Miss, I'm going to give them their flowers. They played a tremendous job. At the end of the day, the Bulldogs didn't get it done. Unfortunately, we caught back-to-back losses in the Sugar Bowl 2 years in a row.
That just came at a perfect time. I was trying not to laugh.
Yeah, no, it's okay. You can laugh, because it was a joke. You know,
Oh no, I'm kind of still like in shock. My expectations for Georgia has been set for the past 2 years to where even if they down by 14 with 5 minutes to go, I just have the belief that they can come back and win a game. But
Well, they showed that. I told my wife, man, I said, yes, we went down 10. I said, I know it was no panic. I said, if
yeah,
we got the ball back at 9 minutes. I said, we scored a touchdown before the 7-minute mark. We have a chance to win this game. I said, honestly, we're gonna win the game. I played it all out. I said, we're gonna score before 7 minutes. We're gonna get them the ball back. We're gonna make it. We're gonna 3-and-out them. We're gonna get the ball back. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna have the ball under 2 minutes, and we're gonna score a touchdown. Only thing we didn't do was score a touchdown. And then my mindset was, let me get to the score anyway. We lost to Ole Miss 39-34. Congratulations to Ole Miss Rebels. A great way to be able to go forward. I know it's been some talks about Lane Kiffin and him
I'm gonna
coaching
wait
his
till you
staff
done
back.
about
And I think that's weird because I think Lane's mindset was, oh, Ole Miss wasn't going to beat Georgia without me. I think that's his mindset, right? Because
yeah.
because if you had confidence in this team to go forward, you wouldn't even have the mindset of, because it already was within his mind, they gonna lose, so I'm gonna have my staff back anyway, right? So now that was his mindset. So that just shows the disrespect and the confident the unconfident manner he had in his previous team, right? And this another you know uh attribute of the type of guy Lane Kiffin really is. But I digress. That's an Ole Miss problem. Our season over with, so our coaches, we focus on getting better next year. Continue. All right, so told my wife, boom, we get the ball back 7 minutes, which we did. We scored a touchdown 7 minutes, 7:03 exactly. It was 3 seconds left. Boom. We kicked the ball off 7:03. They got the ball back on offense. We on defense. We had the ball back at 5 minutes and some change. All right. Everything was working well. Nate Frazier got hurt, which I was sick about, right? You know, what I mean,
Yeah.
wishes to him and much, health and recovery, right? So we got the ball, we was moving, we was moving. We get down to the, we get down to the red zone, like 7, 8 yard line, wherever we are, we down there. So it's 1 minute on the clock. We make Ole Miss use all their timeouts, run the ball, run the ball. My thing was, and I told my wife this too, I said, man, on that third down, I would have ran the ball. Because if your mindset was to score a touchdown regardless, why didn't we go for it on fourth down? Because that's what Kirby Smart said. So, well, we threw it there because we were trying to score a touchdown. Okay, well, if you knew, just like let's go back to the second down play. You knew they wouldn't go all out for the run right there, Mike Bobo. You should have called some type of RPO or something right there, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you have to put trust in your quarterback in that position. Don't just go for the fake. Don't just go for what is obvious. I mean, they completely sold out for the run on second down, and they put us behind the sticks. They completely sold us, right? They completely went down the drain. Right? It was so many moments in this game where Georgia lost momentum, right? So boom, back to this moment in the fourth quarter, under a minute left. Third down, we throw the ball. Now it's 56 seconds on the clock. Now we kick a field goal to tie it. That's too much time. And I told my wife, I said, man, that's completely too much time. My scenario, and I'm not even an offensive guy, I'm running the ball. I'm running the ball there. If we score, that's cool. If we don't, it's okay because I got 40 seconds to run the clock, right? Call a timeout. That gives my kicker 3 points. We tied up. That gives them 15, 17 seconds left on the clock to try to go and get a field goal range. But you gave them 56 seconds. And not only that, you put them in man coverage. You put him in man coverage on third down. You can get this man down on the ground all day. I think we maybe got one sack. One sack, if that. Like, come on, bro. I think we maybe got
No
one sack.
sacks. No
No
sacks.
sacks. Exactly. We didn't get no sacks on this kid all day. And you put these guys in man coverage. The Melo joint, and granted, that's big moments for them. That's big spots for them to be able to think about and grow better. How can I have better technique? So next time I'm put in this position, my coach is trusting me to make a play. I can make a play, right? And he didn't make a play that time. But I mean, come on, bro. We have to all the coaches have to go back. And I know they got out coached, right? And Kirby Smart pointing this out, but the fact that those decisions were being made and during those times and the mindset that you were having were not showing that that's the mindset you were having. Because again, I go back to the fact of, if you say you wanted your mindset was to score a touchdown there, but you didn't go for it on fourth down, you didn't honestly think that you had a chance to win. Because even if you put in this scenario, right, 56 seconds, we got 3 timeouts. You can only kneel it so many times. We'll get the ball back eventually, right? I feel better confident of having 15, 16 seconds to get in field goal range to tie the ball up on our side to go for it, to force overtime than them giving the ball back 56 seconds when you got our secondary and man coverage and they getting burnt, right? But
Yeah.
and then that dumb tail lateral play at the end of the game when we got the
Oh
kickoff.
my God.
And then you just turn the TV off after that, talking about 1 second and all that. I didn't see nothing after that. I ain't want to see them get the trophy because I already peed off. Bro. We failed ourselves 2 years in a row, right? Ole Miss came and punched them in the mouth. Offensive line couldn't get no push early in the game. We got away from the game plan. My thing was too, and granted, I trust Gunner to have the ball in his hand at the beginning of the game, but we did not establish the line of scrimmage from out on. Right, when we started running the ball with Nate Frazier, Nate was averaging 6-7 yards a game.
It was
And
eating them up.
then the play where he got hurt, they bring Josh McCray in. You run an outside zone. What? He's a power guy. Get in our power formation. Like, try to, like, bro, football is not hard, bro. Like, football is not hard, but we lost. Again, hats off to Ole Miss, man. Super proud of those guys. They came out of play. Trinidad Chambers played. I mean, this guy played outstanding. I mean, outstanding, dude. You can't give a hats off anymore. Gunner started to play outstanding. Gunner, he stayed in there, took shots. He tried to make. I mean,
Gunner
the play.
played very confident, bro. Like, he
Right. I
was
mean,
doing his thing.
he really was. Gunner, I mean, and granted, give credit to that defensive line, right? Both defensive line, a lot of batted passes. I think it was the most batted passes that I've seen in the game in a long time. I mean, because Gunner was throwing strikes. I mean, guys were wide open. And I think he could have still played better, right? They checked down early to late in the game to oh boy, what's his name? Cash Jones on the sideline, right? He had Zachariah Brent right there in the on the corner route, on the comeback route, right? Wide open, So just little things like that. I just think he was flustered. I think that big 4th and 2 play earlier, the left tackle, he totally missed an assignment. Who, as a tackle, when are you ever coached to protect inside out, right? The edge rushers on defense are called edge rushers for a reason, right? They come from the edge. If you are a tackle, that means they come from the right side of you. If you're a right tackle, and if you're a left tackle, that means they comes from the left side of you. Nobody protected Gunnar Stockton's blind side, right? That's why left tackles of anything are the most paid tackles, because that is the blind side, especially if you're a right-hand quarterback. That is the blind side of the quarterback. You did not protect that. He got freaking demolished. But overall, man, like I said, man, it was not a performance that that lived up to the Georgia Bulldogs' capability. That's what I'm gonna say, right? You had guys come back from injuries. Kobe Young came and played well, came and played tremendous. I feel like he should have been on the field more. The tight ends were none and void.
Yeah,
Like the
that was a
only
shocker for me.
reception that I can recall the tight end getting is Lawson Lucky on that straight punt. Right? I think we had a few early in the game where they ran them type of plays, those little those play action underneath where the tight end come out the backfield. They had a couple early in the game, but other than that, bro, no, the tight ends were they were
only
not
2 receptions combined.
Exactly, they were not involved in the game at all. Like, come on, bro. The first time we played around, Lawson Lucky had 3 touchdowns. So, like, I just think when you look at this game, so many different things. They played the game so differently this time around, and we still had an opportunity to win. That's why I'm really the most upset, because when you didn't even give your best, the best, your 100% is still good enough to beat good teams. And that's the thing about Georgia. That's the thing about Kirby Smart and his program. That's what sucks so bad. That we're so good, even when we're not at our best, we're still so good. You know what I mean? But whatever. We lost. Move on. It's okay. Still go Dogs, though. Don't ever forget, baby. Still go Dogs.
All right. I would say this about this whole Ole Miss thing. Ole Miss has applied they have applied a lot, way more pressure to Lane Kiffin to try to get to the playoffs with LSU. So I look forward to next season, because now it's just
I'm sorry, you're an LSU fan guy.
Oh no, you're perfectly fine, man. Do you see, bro? You see the torture I've been through. I don't want to be a Cowboy fan. I want to hold on to Joe Burrow, and then on top of that, Kelly was not Kelly. No, what was it? Kelly? Brian Kelly was the only coach that came through there that didn't win a championship for LSU. Mm-hmm. So it's like now Lane Kiffin, you're expected to come through here and win a championship, and Ole Miss is playing very good without you. So that's just adding more pressure. So next season for LSU is going to be fun, and not in the hype way. It's going to be fun. And just imagine Ole Miss gets to the finals after what Lane Kiffin did.
Right.
Yeah, because remember I told you I didn't care for how he did it. Like, you want to go to LSU, fine. The way you did it wasn't cool.
Right.
It didn't make me jump up and down and say, "Oh God, we got a new head coach." It was just like, "Oh boy."
Totally agree. And speaking of that, right? I honestly think, man, this Miami defense, they gonna have a handful with Trinidad Chambers and their offense, man.
The dude's name is Trinidad. His first name Trinidad. That's the first thing that let me know he was good.
Bro, like, I mean, this kid is different, bro. This kid is different, man. Like, that defense, them boy got big. They got a freaking 6'8", 300-pound defensive tackle. He was wreaking havoc. The other chubby guy who kept putting his hand in the lane, he was pissing me off. Because you couldn't get to the quarterback. Let me get over here, put my hands out so I can drop the ball. He was pissing me off, bro. He had at least 4 batted passes. I'm like, dude, can y'all please get this man on the ground, bro? It's some dots. Some big third down. Guys wide open right there. Gunner slinging it. I know it's hurting his hand, he getting hit in the face, man, the chest. I know this guy was feeling that the game. I'm like, bro, please get out of the way, because they could not really get to Gunner. He got sacked a few times, but they could not really get to him. But I digress. Moving on to the semifinals, to bring the point up. I think Ole Miss, like I said, I believe this winner out of that Georgia Ole Miss game is going to be the winner of at least the ones coming out to represent this side of the bracket. I think Ole Miss is going. They confidence is high. They feel like they've beat the best team in the country, because they know what we're capable of. They feel like they've beaten the best team.
They did beat the best team in the country.
Yeah, they did. They did. They beat the best team, right? And they feel like they could beat anybody else going forward. And the Trinidad team to play this way, right? But the thing about Miami, like I said, our front seven, I think our front seven played well. I think our back end had more problems than anything. They were getting cooked. They were getting beat in coverages. But our front seven, I mean, it was so many times them guys were trying to go for it on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. We was stuffing them guys, bro. I mean, we was crushing them
Mm-hmm.
dudes, bro. I'm like, yeah, we got them guys. But the back end, man, we cannot sack him. One, we cannot sack him, and then two, the back end coverage, man. They could not. It was, we couldn't get him on the ground. They gave him too much time. He was picking them apart. So I think Ole Miss is going to handle business against Miami. Semifinals kick off next Thursday and Friday on the 8th and the 9th, respectfully. I believe the first matchup is going to be on the 8th. That's going to be the matchup between the Verbal Fiesta Bowl between number 10 Miami, number 6 Ole Miss, and January 8th, 7:30 p.m. Again, both these games are on ESPN. And then we will have the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl down in Atlanta. Number 1 Indiana will be hosting number 5 Oregon. So I'm taking Indiana from that bracket, and I'm taking Ole Miss from this bracket. Now, this Ole Miss Indiana, that game should have the type of field that this Ole Miss Georgia game had. Right, that's the type of championships which you want to see. And granted, I think Oregon's defense is good, but I don't think their offense is able to sustain. Because when they went up against the Texas Tech defense, Texas Tech was on them. Texas Tech offense couldn't do crap, but that defense, the Texas Tech gave me that vibe of the Eagles defense and the Eagles offense, right? The defense kept them in there long enough for the offense to kind of make it a game, but the offense never could get rolling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, as you see, when you have a good enough team that can have some type of stability on both sides of the ball, you're going to lose, right? So that's what the Texas Tech team had gave me that Eagles vibe of the season this year. But Oregon did enough. But Oregon's deep offense is not. I don't think it's as good enough to withstand Indiana defense and the Indiana offense. Because the Indiana offense is going to move the ball. They're going to be efficient in some type of way. So I expect Indiana to defeat Oregon, and I'm taking number 6 Ole Miss over Miami. I just don't trust Carson Beck enough against this Ole Miss defense, because that Ole Miss defense wasn't bad either, right?
Mm-hmm.
Them guys came to play. The guys, I mean, the run game, that's probably Miami best bet to try to keep the ball on the ground, because we was dominating them in the run game. I mean, we were dominating those guys in the run game, and the fact that Mike Bobo got away from there early really peeved me off. But it is what it is. We lost, but I just think this Ole Miss team is they're on a different high right now, and they believe in themselves, and that's the biggest thing. When the players believe in themselves and they've seen the proof work, it's hard to stop. So, I think it's going to be the clearest matchup, the toughest matchup, the Ole Miss Miami matchup. But I think Indiana walks away with a victory over Oregon.
I've already seen this with Indiana and Oregon, so I'm definitely taking Indiana again. Shoot. I'm kind of with you when it comes to the Ole Miss Miami game, because I'm a believer in Miami's defense. I'm a strong believer in that defense. They're good. They're hype. But the offense is flunky, and then Carson Beck being Carson Beck, of course. You don't know what you're gonna get, but we've seen enough with Ole Miss. Like, we've seen enough. Like you said, they believe in themselves. They already came in, doubted. Lane Kiffin walked out on them, and they was basically like, oh, so y'all don't think we can win without him. And they showing, oh, we can win without him. We can beat the best without him.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like you're saying, they got all the momentum on their side right now. I don't think Miami can hang with them. And then on top of that, the quarterback from Ole Miss name is Trinidad. The moment I found out his name was Trinidad, I said, it's over. You got a fine name. You about to come through here. Exactly.
All in my watch. Don't believe me, just watch. He doing it, man. Yeah,
that's basically what Ole Miss is saying right now. Don't believe me, just watch.
That boy, that balling, man.
Yeah, so, Indiana, Ole Miss. I think that's going to be the highest rated or highest viewed college football championship game in like the past maybe 5 years.
And then again, all these teams, right? National championships has been a drought, and none of these 4 teams have ever won a college football playoff national championship.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm excited, man, to see a new first-time winner out of one of these 4 teams. Somebody's going to be a first-time winner of the CFP playoffs. So I'm excited. It's going to be great ratings. I'm going to still tune in just because, I'm not with all the hype and not all the, the attention as other games. It's the Bulldogs were there, but I'm going to still pay attention, But we just got to be better, man.
I'm watching the Basically Scout now.
we got to find ways to get over this hump, man, because 2 years of losing the same venue, man, and wow, I just think, honestly, this loss hurts worse than last year's loss, because we had the game. It was ours to have. No mental cues were made. We created turnovers and everything. We had no turnovers, or except the fumble, which I don't even think it was a fumble on that 4th and 2 late in the game. But, man, whatever. whatever. Yeah. So looking forward to the semifinals again. Congratulations to all the 4 teams who advanced. Obviously, the teams who are better won. That's what showed, right? The teams who played better, executed better, prepared better, they won, and that's what happened. So looking forward to see how these 4 teams match up, and who advanced to the big game and who gets it done. So don't know my new bracket. I don't know who I want to take. I'm like Ole Miss. Indiana's my win.
Just take it one
My
week at a
my
time, dog.
participants, but yeah, we'll yeah. When to get
Yeah,
whoever
take it
get
one
there,
week at
we'll
a
see.
time.
I'll take it. I'll take it when it comes. So looking forward to it. As we continue the sports order today, again, appreciate y'all being here with us. If y'all are new to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel, Grateful Gab Podcast. If you are new to our platform, wherever you receive the Grateful Gab Podcast or just Unconventional Podcast, which is my cousin Papa Dennis platform, make sure y'all go check us out. Follow us on whatever podcast and media outlet you get the Grateful Gab Podcast or just Unconventional. Follow us, comment, share it, like all those good things. We appreciate the love of support. That helps us continue to do the things we do here on the Grateful Gab Podcast and just Unconventional. So let's continue on with the sports order today as we get into the ringside coverage. Actually, ringside coverage.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and it's not WrestleMania. It's Wrestle Kingdom, Japan's biggest show, New Japan's biggest show, Japanese wrestling's biggest show, and they already got 50,000 in the building. I think this what is it? The it's probably gonna break the record for the most attended wrestling show outside of WWE. So AEW is not gonna hold that record. So
Dropping bomb, baby. It's gonna be big.
oh yeah,
Nuclear.
boy.
Are we ready? I'm
Yeah,
excited.
man. Last match for Hiroshi Tanahashi in his career. This is the 20th Wrestle Kingdom. He will
We
be
got some just legends retiring this year. Let's give it up for my boy, man.
boy. I will say this man, Hiroshi Tanahashi, has spent most of his career in some capacity at Wrestle Kingdom. The first half of Wrestle Kingdom, I could say probably from like the first one to like 8 to like maybe Wrestle Kingdom 17, he was in some part of the main event. Like he just been a part of this for the longest. He's Mr. Wrestle Kingdom in my eyes, is how Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania. So that's how big of a deal this is for me. But Wrestle Kingdom is here. It comes on tonight. New Japan World, $9.99 if you got it, or watch it however you want to watch. It is coming on 2 a.m. Eastern time. I can't figure out the rest for you, but that's what I can tell you right there. It will be on at 2 a.m. Eastern time. I'll probably go into a deep sleep after this podcast to prepare myself for a long night because we got some good matches coming up, and I'm excited. They pre-show match got the World Television Championship El Fantasmo versus Chris Brooks. Chris Brooks is apparently a DDT pro wrestler, so I'll be interested in seeing that. We have the Never Openweight 6-man tag championship and what they're calling a Tornado Rambo. And it's a lot of tag teams in this right here. We got let's see, Kosei Fujita. Let's see here. Are we missing some people?
Are you enjoying today's episode? This episode of the Grateful Gab Podcast is proudly sponsored by Sugarcane Sweet Shop. At Sugarcane Sweet Shop, every dessert is made with love, creativity, and a sprinkle of sweetness. From the signature cookies and cupcakes to custom cakes for every occasion, Sugarcane is available to make your moments a little more special. Follow them on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Sugarcane Sweet Shop to see what's fresh from the oven. And don't forget to treat yourself today.
Nope, we're not missing some people here. 1 second, Cuzzo.
No, you fine. Looking forward to it. This is that I've been intrigued by over the last couple of years, right? This just Japan wrestling in general, right? You think about the Wrestle Kingdom, you think about the G1 Climax, you think about the flexibility from these guys to go from AEW platform to the New Japan, right? You know what I mean? So many different avenues. So I've really been
I'm
intrigued
glad you
with.
said that. No, seriously though, I'm glad you said that because my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No,
Because
no.
Yoda Tsuji actually, who's going to be in the co-main event facing Konosuke Takeshita for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, he is putting what is this man carrying right now? It's not the global heavyweight. Nope, it is the global heavyweight. Yeah, Yota Tsuji's carrying the Global Heavyweight Championship. Konosuke Takeshita's carrying the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Winner takes all in that match right there. But Yota Tsuji said the other day that he truly does not like AEW and the whole New Japan AEW partnership. And now reports is coming out. There's like, they don't believe he said this in character. This dog doing a lot of whining. Well, she ain't even whining. It sounds like she over here about to snore while she sleep. But anyways, no, they said that they don't believe he did that in character. I don't believe anything that New Japan wrestlers say when it comes to other companies are done in character. They say how they feel. I mean, Tetsuya Naito even showed how he feel when he was like this whole. He seemed like he didn't really care for the whole Forbidden Door thing. I think there's a lot of guys in the New Japan locker room that do not care for the whole AEW New Japan partnership. It's not beneficial to New Japan. That people can tell me it is. It's not, and I can give a clear example. New Japan Tag Team Division has been suffering for years. It has been suffering for years. Them trying to find tag teams and basically build up new tag teams. I feel like a little bit fell to the wayside because they couldn't get anybody. But you had a partnership with AEW. AEW could have sent over a couple tag teams to help out for a little while. They did not. That's the chance right there. You know what WWE does with Pro Wrestling Noah? They send over some guys from NXT and they let them go and work in Noah. If they might win a championship, but they actually send people over there and let them go and work. If they're lacking in the area, they try. Like AEW doesn't do that with New Japan. They have to control. Like New Japan, when they realize it, you are just a pipeline. You are a recruiting pipeline for All Elite Wrestling. That's really what you are, and it's basically painted as a partnership. That's where we're at right there. But I don't want to keep like holding up on these things. But yeah, we do have El Phantasmo versus Chris Brooks in the pre-show. We do have the Never Openweight Tag Team Champion, the Never Openweight Six-Man Tag Team Championship in the Tornado Rambo. Is multiple tag teams. It's Kasei Takechi, Shota Umino, and Yuya Uemura. Satoshi Kojima. Oh, he's coming back. Cool. Taichi and Tomohiro Ishii. Oleg Bolton, Yoshihashi, and Hiroki Goto. We have Team DK, Hartley Jackson, Zack Sabre Jr., and Ryohei Oiwa. We have Ryosuke Taguchi, Togi Makabe, and Tiger Mask. And we also have, wait, is Clark Connors in this? Oh, Clark Connors, Oscar, and Yuta Ice. And the House of Torture, Ren Narita, Sanada, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Like, that's a heavy-hitting match right there. I'm pretty sure it's going to start with 2 6-man tag teams, and then whoever loses got to get out, somebody else comes in. So I'm assuming that's how they're going to do this because they don't have enough space in the ring to hold all these tag teams at one time.
That's a lot. I mean, they should kind of do it like they had a fight everywhere, and then
they can have the fight. Like that's cool and all. Just don't if you do it like you said, it's tornado. So they basically people can fight everywhere, but like I just don't want them to try to sit all these. I think I just named about at least 4 or 5 tag teams here. That's 3 people. Right. That's yeah. So it's like don't try to do that with everybody sitting around a ring. You might make the ring break or something. Just have somebody run out, or like you said, just everywhere.
It's a mini Royal Rumble. That's gonna be it.
That's
right
what
there.
it sounds like. It sounds like a tag team Royal Rumble. Oh shit! We got another winner take all match. Saya Kamitani versus Shuri. Oh boy, winner takes all. IWGP Women's Championship and the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. That match is probably going to be a show stealer because the women in Japan, they like Stardom. If anybody wants to talk about it, that's probably like top tier. Doesn't matter male or female promotion. That's like a top tier, top 5 promotion in the world right there. Stardom is. And I'm just not finding out some people are retiring. Like Tom Nakano's retiring this year. I'm sad. Like these girls over there, like they're not even 30 yet. And they're retiring. Like I'm a little bit sad here. But yeah, that's a winner takes all match between Shuri and Saya Kamitani. We do have a 10-man tag team match. United Empire versus Bullet Club. United Empire, Caleb Newman, Great Khan, Hanare, Andrade El Idolo is coming back to Japan. He finally got out of his no-compete clause with WWE. He went to his homeboy Rush. He got him a lawyer. They worked it out. He's wrestling in Japan. And they have another member that will be announced, so I don't know who it's going to be, so that's going to be interesting. And the War Dogs, this is going to be so sad because Bullet Club War Dogs, this might be the last time we see them. David Finley is about to go off to the States because he wants to check it out, see what he can make over there. His contract is up. I don't know what's going on with Gabe Kidd. His contract might be up. I don't know. But Drilla Maloney, his contract is up after Wrestle Kingdom or after New Year's Dash, so he's going to the States. And then we got Shingo Takagi and Hiromu Takahashi. So it's David Finley, Gabe Kidd, Drilla Maloney, Shingo Takagi, Hiromu Takahashi versus Caleb Newman, Great Khan, Hanare, Andrade El Idolo, and somebody else to be announced. We have a four-way number one contenders match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. I can't even cap. I don't even know who the Junior Heavyweight Champion is right now, but I'm pretty sure I'll find out before the show is over. But we do have El Desperado, Kosei Fujita, Taiji Ishimori, and Sho. They're all facing off. That means that Yo might be the champion. I didn't look that up. But yeah, that's a four-way match going on for the number one contenders for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. We have a never openweight championship match, just one-on-one. Evil, he's the sourest of them all. Everything is lemon. The evil is the sourest of them all. Versus a guy named Aaron Wolf. Aaron Wolf apparently is a former Olympic gold medalist in judo. And he's making his wrestling debut. He's been training since June 2025 for this moment. So this is going to be a very big deal. A big deal as far as a potential crossover, because this can open the door for more judo guys or gals to go over to Japan and go to New Japan and wrestle, or just wrestle in Japan, period. MMA people, MMA guys, MMA girls, I feel like they excel very well in professional wrestling. That's just my opinion. We have the winner takes all co-main event. Konosuke Takeshita, your IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, will be taking on Yota Tsuji, your IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion. Winner takes all. And your main event for the 18th time, Kazuchika Okada and Hiroshi Tanahashi will face off. And this will be the final time. This is Hiroshi Tanahashi's final match of his New Japan career. He is done after this. He's done wrestling. He's going to go sit behind the desk and help New Japan build up from there. So we're going to have Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kazuchika Okada in your main event. That should be a very emotional match. A lot of eyes on the product. 50,000 people in the building. Tokyo Dome is going to be rocking. This comes on at 2 p.m. Eastern time. You guys got to figure out the rest, because I didn't have all that other time.
2 a.m. 2 a.m.
2 a.m. Sorry about that. 2 a.m. Eastern time, early in the morning. We're going to be up.
Yeah. Shout out to our Japanese brothers and sisters who support the platform here. I know they appreciate the coverage of Japanese wrestling. So please, leave comments. Let us know what you appreciate about Papa Dennis and his insight and pronunciation of these names, right? His insight to this amazing company that produces great Japan legends, right? The history, all those type of things that he has insight to. So please let us know. Comment on Spotify, comment on YouTube, comment wherever you follow the Grateful Gab Podcast, and make sure y'all go check out my cousin Papa Dennis, just unconventional podcast. Much love.
I got some more episodes coming for you guys, bro. Don't worry.
Looking forward to it. Moving on to football, NFL Week 18.
Woohoo!
Like my cousin said, woohoo, but I'm looking forward to it, man. Games kicking off today. Cousin, who are you taking? NFC South champion Panthers. Buccaneers, Panthers. Hey, Panthers, baby. I know he's gonna take him like the Buccaneers. Yeah. They've been whooping on the Falcons.
Yeah, but nah, they'll only be whooping on the Falcons when Kirk Cousins ain't playing. Because for some reason, when Kirk Cousins played the Buccaneers, he just turned as a Superman.
Y'all did beat him earlier when he was in the game. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just like the Panthers and what they doing.
Yeah, me too, man. The Buccaneers hosting the Panthers today, right? A must win for both of these teams. 4:30 p.m. today on ABC. I mean, what a way to kick off the NFL season, right? We had no Thursday night football games, so we have 2 Saturday matchups, and both of these matchups are not only for divisions, both of these matchups is to solidify the NFL NFC playoff picture. So Carolina Panthers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now fighting for that 4 seed, right? They're going to look to be one of the 4 divisional winners. So they'll be the 4th seed, whoever gets this victory today. He's taking the Panthers. I'm taking the Panthers, right? I'm expecting this game to be physical. I'm expecting this game to be a lot of pressure from both sides of the ball, right? I'm expecting both of these quarterbacks to make plays with their legs. I'm expecting both of these quarterbacks to fight for every inch, right? All these guys. I mean, I'm just expecting this game to be a dogfight, honestly, because everything is on the line right here, right? And they know they have one team has nothing else to lose, and one team has everything in the game, right? Whichever one of those teams come out on top, that's what it's going to be. So looking forward to the matchup.
I'll tell you this too, Cuzzo, right here. So Buccaneers now, they've lost 4 straight, and they're 1-7 since week 9. Yeah, so, they got to turn it on today if they want to win that. But I think Carolina, I just think they hot, man. Like Carolina hot right now.
I just think this Panthers team, I think they even played well against Seattle last week, right? They made a lot of miscues. I think Seattle
I don't know about the play well part. Bryce Young only had 54 yards.
Well, I'm about to say the defense kind of, smothered them. But I think the Panthers defense played well enough to kind of keep them in the game, but their offense couldn't really get anything going. So I think that's my confidence for the Panthers defense to play against this stout Buccaneers offense. So we shall see. Looking forward to that matchup. That's again today at 4:30 p.m. on ABC. We both taking the Panthers to claim their first NFC South championship since I don't know when, and their first playoff appearance since I don't know when
2015.
either, since 2015. So the
Mm-hmm.
last time the Panthers went to the Super Bowl, basically. All right. Moving on, we have the Seahawks 49ers game, right? The most anticipated game of the NFC tonight, right? The 49ers could potentially, in this game tonight at 8 p.m. on ABC, the 49ers could potentially be playing their 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 final home game and their final. Well, okay, let's bring it back. Okay, the 49ers could potentially playing home games from here on out, right? If they win today against the Seahawks, not only do they claim the NFC West title, they also claim the number 1 seed in the playoffs. So that means San Francisco would not have to leave the 49ers will not have to leave San Francisco for the playoffs, or if they reach the Super Bowl. They don't have to leave anywhere.
That's
So you're talking
crazy.
about rest, you're talking about consistency, you're talking about comfort. So the 49ers know this is a game they have to win, a must-win game. If they want to be successful in the playoffs and have a chance to reach the Super Bowl, everything is leaning on this one game right here, right? Everything, all the opportunity, their odds increase significantly by being a number 1 seed. And if they don't win, the Seahawks win the division and they win the number 1 seed, then the playoffs go through Seattle, right? And their odds significantly increase as well. So I mean, this is some great football right here. 2 games, it's going to go down to the wire regardless, and neither team is going to quit. Neither team is going to quit. If you're down 20, you up 20, you down 10, you down 2, whatever it may be. These coming down to the wire, zeros, right? These are games that you're not going to want to miss today. So looking forward to these matchups tonight. I'm going to take the Seahawks just because I don't like the 49ers. I'm not a big fan of them. I don't like them. Like I said, if we're either we represent the NFC or they represent the NFC or somebody from that division, somebody, and I don't like them. I like the Seahawks more than I like the 49ers. I just don't like them. So
I'm gonna rock
yeah,
with the
man.
49ers, the little engine that could. I'm gonna take them this time, so I'll go against you. I'll take
No, it's gonna be
49ers.
good though. It's gonna be
Yeah.
good. But it's gonna be a huge game for Sam Darnold, right? You everything that you did last year with the Vikings, they said it was a fluke, right? You started off early this season, you didn't play that well, right? You've had games this year where you didn't play that well, but yet your team still sits here with 13 wins on the season. What are you gonna do to put them over that hump, right? This could be his greatest season ever, the most wins he's ever had in his career as a professional, right? So what are you gonna do to get over that hump? What are you going to do to get over that hump? So I'm excited looking forward to see how the Seahawks play. And I just think this defense, I just think the Seahawks defense is going to smother this 49ers offense. And the thing about Kyle Shanahan, his offenses are very, Lane Kiffinish, right? They have that type of, flash, move a lot of movement, a lot of things going on, a lot of eye candy, and I think it's going to be very essential for the Seahawks defense, all right, for them to keep them off balance. Because if you don't keep the Seahawks defense off balance, they're going to punish you. They're going to punish you for sure. So looking forward to it. Like I said, it's going to be a great matchup. Both of these matchups today, NFC is going to be putting on today for the NFL world. Looking forward to it, and make sure y'all tune in to get results of the updated playoff picture that's going to kick off next weekend. Wild card. Looking forward to it. For Sunday's matchups kicking off tomorrow, right? We have some interesting matchups in the AFC. The AFC South Division still has not had a winner. We got the Texans hosting the Colts tomorrow at 1 p.m. on CBS. They have to win because even if they win and the Jaguars win, they don't get a divisional spot, but they still should be in the playoffs if I'm not mistaken.
I think they're in the
Then we
playoffs.
so they are.
I think they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think so too.
They were.
Then we got the Jaguars hosting the Titans, right? A must win for the Jaguars. First year head coach trying to win his first divisional title, right? Jaguars are trying to be consistent and show that, hey, we are a legit team. We can do this. They're trying to reach 13 wins on the season. Another notable game tomorrow, right? Chargers Broncos really don't have too much implications on that game for seeding or anything like that, but it is a big matchup to face off AFC West to wrap up the season, right? Huge game tomorrow. Bears Lions, right? Lions playoff hopes are done. Bears trying to clinch the number 2 seed. I need the Lions to win, and I need the Eagles to win tomorrow, right? The Eagles Commanders game. Both of those 2 games in the NFC are definitely games to watch for, just because of the seeding of the playoff, right? Right now, the Bears are the number 2 seed, and the Eagles are the number 3 seed. The Bears win, they clinch the number 2 seed. The Bears lose, and we win, we clinch the number 2 seed. But if both teams lose, the playoff seedings from 1 through 4 are the same. So, well, not yet because we don't know the number 1 seed yet. But the playoff, the teams 2 and 3 teams will be the same if the Bears lose and the Eagles lose, right? So whatever. But I want us to win. Tanner McKee start tomorrow. Eagles hosting Commanders. A huge matchup for us. Right, Sirianni is not playing the starters, which I don't appreciate. You know, they don't have any type of consistency going into the playoffs. Right, the rest is good. That's
Yeah.
cool, but we need consistency. Right, we need consistent play. We need consistent play snaps and reps going into the playoffs. But we shall see. He the coach. We feel like it's the best thing for the team. So tomorrow, 4:25 p.m. on CBS, the Eagles will be hosting the Commanders. Tanner McKee getting his first start of the season. Looking forward to see what he does. I have confidence that he'll play well and play good enough to get the team a W. Giants Cowboys play tomorrow. No one cares. Browns Bengals. No one cares either. But a huge matchup for Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders, trying to end the season off the right way, right? Trying to find momentum, just as we talked about with the Saints, right? Trying to find momentum going into this offseason, knowing that he should be the starter going forward. Most likely he will be. But what is this Browns organization going to do to build around him, right? Joe Burrow, what is his future going to be? Is he going to be a Bengal? Is he going to be somewhere else next year? We don't know. But he's trying to leave with not trying to leave. He's trying to end the season with a good taste in his mouth. So we shall see. Excuse me. Falcons Saints, right? Huge NFC South matchup. Saints rolling. Falcons coming off a huge win against the Rams.
Yeah, that's
Viking
gonna be a
Packers.
game.
Viking Packers. They got a new Packer. Trayvon Diggs is with the Packers now. He was picked up off waivers from the Cowboys, so they're looking to solidify that defense going into the playoff run. Rams Cardinals. We got the Chiefs Raiders. No one wants to see that either. Patriots
No.
Dolphins. No one wants to see that. Bills Jets. No one wants to see that. And then the game of the night, baby, the AFC North matchup. Boy. Steelers hosting the Ravens. It has been noted that Lamar Jackson will suit up for a showdown with the AFC North rivals, the Pittsburgh Steelers, tomorrow night to wrap up the 2025-2026 NFL season Week 18 matchup. Steelers Ravens, not only for a playoff spot, divisional championship, but an opportunity to go and say, we're here. We want to go fight for a ring. Let's do it. So I'm excited, man. It's going to be a great way to kick off Week 18 today at 4:30 p.m. on ABC. Buccaneers, Panthers tonight, 8 p.m. on ABC. We got the 49ers, Seahawks. I mean, it's great football all weekend
4:30
long,
can't
baby.
come here sooner.
Man, this is gonna be it, baby. I'm so excited. This is it. I love football. These are the moments you live for as players, as coaches, as fans. These are the moments you live for. So I'm excited. This is a playoff before the playoffs. This is a playoffs before the playoffs, baby. And I'm so excited, man. So y'all stay tuned. Looking forward to tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune into your teams. Whatever teams that I said that nobody cared about, that you want to see your team one last time, they ain't going to the playoffs. Turn up the ratings. Turn that TV on. Go support your team, because you ain't gonna see them for a long time, baby. But for the ones going to the playoffs, we're gonna see y'all next week. Looking forward to it, man. Let's get it. As we move on to the NBA, looking forward to this wrap up of the NFL Week 18 season. Let's get it. Moving on. If it plays, it play. I don't know. Did you just switch?
Yeah, I heard switch, dog. I heard Curry.
Yeah, right. That's what it is for sure. All right, NBA season, man. So we had some games Thursday and Friday in the NBA. Excuse me. We had some games NBA Thursday and Friday in the NBA. Thursday's matchups, we had the Rockets defeat the Nets 120-96. We had the Heat defeat the Pistons 118-112. The 76ers defeated the Mavericks 123-108. The Celtics defeated the Kings 120-106. And we had the Clippers defeat the Jazz 118-101. From last night's matchups, we had the Hawks defeat the Knicks 111-99. Of course, Jalen Johnson, he scored another triple-double. He's been having a phenomenal year this year. Super proud of him.
Bro, just build the team around that man, dog.
Anything. So okay, so you good with letting Trey go?
Am I good with letting Trey go?
Yeah.
We've lost like 8 games since he's been back, dog. Honestly, I'm not mad if Trey leaves, dog. He deserves to try to find somewhere else to play. The Hawks been trying to build around him for the longest, and they kind of just, I feel like the Hawks let him down, but everybody want to say blame it all on Trey.
No, the Hawks let him down.
Yeah,
Trey,
I don't think.
And I agree with you there. Like I would be sad, but I wouldn't be sad at the same time, because I don't feel like it's nothing he can give us more. Like it's nothing that the more we keep trying to build around him, it's going to take away from the other things we have. Like you said, the younger talent we have. and I think he can go and be successful with so many other teams, which I don't want to see him be successful. I do want to see him be successful with other teams, but I wanted to see him be successful with us. But now we're going in a direction where you need to start building around Jalen Johnson because that brings more shooters there, right? That brings more
Yeah,
shooters there,
they
you
actually
know,
because it's like you take the ball out of Trae Young hands and you see how they just moving it around. Trae is a floor facilitator. I need
right,
to put him somewhere where he can facilitate the game.
right,
He don't need to do that down here in Atlanta.
right,
He just don't need to do that no more, especially when Jalen Johnson out here giving you triple doubles, and then you got Dyson Daniels can give you some assists.
right,
Everybody can sit here and kind of move the ball around. Trae Young, they act like he's not valuable in the league. People act like they don't want Trae Young, and I'm just
yeah,
like, no. Trae Young is a flash of the past. He
right,
is a floor general. He is a pass first point guard. He can give you
right,
25, 15. You don't
right,
have a
easily.
lot of guys that can do that no more. So
Yeah,
he
not
will probably end up somewhere and he's going to help another team win. While
right,
they're
yeah,
saying nobody wants Trae Young, I beg to differ. Somebody
right.
wants Trae Young.
Nah, for sure. A lot of teams want Trae Young on their team. But yeah, I don't know, man. We just got to be better as a team overall. And again, the organization did fail him. They failed him tremendously. And this year, it just hasn't been this year to be healthy, right? Again, and the Porzingis effect. I'm blaming it on Porzingis. I don't care.
I mean,
He
they can
ain't.
still trade him too if they want to.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
they
I
better
just
get him.
know. I just know that if they go and they actually get Anthony Davis, then I'm just a firm believer that Trae Young is staying. If they actually go and get Anthony Davis,
Oh yeah, for sure. Because what do you
because
think? For sure.
like
If they go get an Anthony Davis, which I don't want them to get, if they go get an Anthony Davis, they have to keep Trae Young for sure. Because that's that facilitator, that floor general that comes out because you got a Anthony Davis, you got a Jalen Johnson, you got a Dyson Daniel, you got a Trae Young on the court. Who is gonna be that guy? Zachary Richardson? No way.
no,
No
he's
way.
probably gonna get traded, dude.
He need to go.
No,
Nickeil
I've
Alexander Walker not
already
to be that guy. Oh, Trae Young. So I want Trae to be there. No, don't take that wrong. But if he leaves or they trade him away, I'm not going to be as flabbergasted. Like, oh my god, they did that. No, because they haven't really put the trust in him to say, okay, these are the guys we want to have around you, right? Well, the year Jalen Johnson got hurt last year, that was probably the biggest thing to say, okay, we believe we can build around him. And what goes to tell me that they didn't believe they could build around him or they wanted to build around him is when they drafted Zachary Richardson. Why do you need another guard to come in here to do that for? When you had just signed Dyson Daniels, right? You just signed another guard to come here and play alongside Trae Young, but now you got to try to fit this guy in the system because he was the #1 pick. When you had a center right there on the board, right? When you could have went past trying to get a Porzingis, right? Well, this draft class this year, when we traded away all our best picks when we traded away a Derek Queen, we traded away all these guys. We could have been aggressive to get a VJ Edgecombe, somebody to come off the bench to make buckets to score. We could have been trying to get shooters, right? We could have been trying to put our hands in the basket to get other guys who can be, efficient. You know what I mean? But the Hawks organization is not it. Like I said, this is an organization that I don't trust that wants to be successful in winning. I just don't trust it. Me personally.
no.
They got to show me something different. So
Yeah, they showing you something different right now. His name is Jalen Johnson, so they're gonna have to. It's like you better build around him. You already got some talent, but also, can we get somebody else in the draft room? I hope we don't trade away that draft pick because it's too valuable. But can we get somebody else to make these draft picks though? Because I'm getting tired of us being in position to get players that can give us an impact right now, but they need to develop.
right,
Like
right,
it seems like Zachary Richard's best time was behind him, and I really don't have time to wait till the second half of the season for him to pop off again. Like
right.
we
Now
don't have time for that right now. Like mm.
Spurs defeat the Pacers 123-113. The Wizards dominated the Nets 119-99. We had the Cavaliers, the Nuggets 113-108. The Bulls defeated the Magic 121-114. We had a buzzer beater by Giannis with the alley-oop 122-121 over the Hornets. The Trailblazers defeated the Pelicans 122-109. The Suns dominated the Kings 129-102. The Thunder dominated the Warriors
God,
131-94. And the Lakers defeated the Grizzlies 128-121. For today's matchups kicking off at 5 p.m. on NBA TV, we got the Heat hosting the Timberwolves. Later on today at 7:30 p.m. on NBA TV, we got the Knicks hosting the 76ers. We got the Hawks on the road against the Raptors. We got the Bulls hosting the Hornets. We got the Trailblazers going up against the Spurs. We got the Mavericks hosting the Rockets. We got the Jazz going up against the Warriors. And tonight at 10:30 p.m. on NBA TV, we got the Clippers hosting the Celtics. For Sunday's matchups in the NBA, kicking off tomorrow at 2 p.m., the Cavaliers host the Pistons. The Pacers going up against the Magic. The Nets host the Nuggets. The Pelicans going up against the Heat. The Wizards host the Timberwolves. The Thunder going up against the Suns. The Kings host the Bucks. And the Grizzlies going up against the Lakers in the back-to-back matchup in 2 days. So looking forward to that matchup as well. As we move on to NCAA men's top 25 basketball.
But I just got the most random breaking news from ESPN on my phone.
What is it?
Japanese third baseman Kazuma Akamoto signs with the Blue Jays.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the most random breaking news I've gotten.
The Japanese baseball culture has really, took strides, like just really elevated over the last decade, honestly. Like,
yes,
it really took a lot of strides to really be relevant in the American sports baseball world. So as we get into NCAA men's top 25 basketball, we had a dominating performance in the top 25 match between number 2 Michigan and number 24 USC. Number two Michigan dominated USC 96-66. We had an upset out of Stanford. We had unranked Stanford defeat number 16 Louisville 80-76. We had number 3 Iowa State defeat West Virginia 80-59. We had number 7 Gonzaga hold on to a close win in overtime over Seattle University 80-72. And we had another upset out of the top 25. Number 13 Nebraska defeated number 9 Michigan State 58-56. For today's matchups in the NCAA men's top 25, we currently have a tied matchup going into the first half of the number 23 Georgia hosting Auburn matchup, the Bulldogs' first SEC game of the year. Looking forward to see how they fare in this SEC bracket as the SEC schedule continues to progress. Need a huge win today from a pretty solid Auburn team. Well, this is where the real Georgia team is going to show in this SEC play. Looking forward to it. Number 14, Alabama has a commanding lead over Kentucky right now, 66-53. The Georgia Bulldog Auburn game can be found on the SEC network going into the second half. By the time this recording comes out, it's going to be second half, but it's going to be on the SEC network. During the time of this recording, it is 4 minutes left in the first quarter, or the first half, excuse me. The Alabama-Kentucky game is in the second half with 11 minutes left during the time of this recording. Got number 15, Texas Tech hosting Oklahoma State. 35-22 with 5 minutes left in the first half on ESPN2. Number 10, BYU and Kansas State just kicked off on CBS. We had number 21, Virginia defeat NC State 76-61. Today at 2 p.m. on Fox, we got number 8, Houston going up against Cincinnati. At 2 p.m. today on ESPNU, we got number 11, Vanderbilt going up against South Carolina. We got number 17, Kansas going up against UCF today at 2 p.m. on NBC or Peacock. Today at 2:15 p.m. on the CW network, we got number 12 North Carolina going up against SMU. Today at 3 p.m. on ESPN2, we got a top 25 ranked matchup between number 18 Arkansas and number 19 Tennessee. We got number 6 Duke going up against Florida State today at 3:45 p.m. on CBS. The number 1 team in the country, the Arizona, going up against Utah today at 4 p.m. on NBC. I don't know what Arizona mascot is. Well, I don't know what are they. The Arizona
Wildcats.
Wildcats, yeah. Arizona Wildcats going up against Utah. Number 25, Iowa hosting UCLA tonight at 6 p.m. on Peacock. Number 20, Illinois is going up against Penn State at 7 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. Number 5, Purdue going up against Wisconsin tonight at 8 p.m. on Fox. And number 22, Florida going up against Missouri at 8:30 p.m. tonight on the SEC Network. For Sunday's matchups in the NCAA men's and women's top 25, number 4, UConn hosting Marquette tomorrow at 2 p.m. on NBC. And then tomorrow night, we got number 7, Gonzaga hosting LMU at 9 p.m. on ESPN+. Looking ahead to NCAA women's top 25 matchups.
Bruh, I just so happened to just peek in and see the active game going on for the women's. Now you gonna just go ahead and get that button ready. Just get the button ready.
You so funny, man. From Thursday's matchups in the NCAA women's top 25, we had number 15 Ole Miss dominate Georgia 79-62. We had number 16 North Carolina defeat California 71-55. We had number 24 Michigan State defeat Indiana 80-26, 80-60. It went 80-26, y'all. Sorry, that was an absolute obliteration. 80-60. We had number 3 South Carolina defeat Alabama 83-57. We had number 12 Vanderbilt defeat Arkansas 88-71. Number 13 Louisville defeated SMU 91-58. Number 14 Iowa defeated number 20 Nebraska 86-76. Excuse me, I can't read numbers this morning. We had
It's
number
all right.
23 Tennessee defeat Florida 76-65. We had an upset out of Illinois. We had unranked Illinois defeat number 7 Maryland 73-70. We had another upset out of Georgia Tech. We had unranked Georgia Tech defeat number 18 Notre Dame in overtime 95-90. We had another upset. We had no unranked Washington defeat number 6 Michigan 64-52. We had number 2 Texas defeat Missouri 89-71. We had another upset out of Kentucky. We had number 11 Kentucky defeat number 5 LSU 80-78. Hey, it was funny too. You seen Lane Kiffin walk out with the LSU coach?
I ain't see that.
Lane Kiffin walked out with the LSU female coach. I forgot. I can't think about her name right now. But the LSU coach, yeah, she walked out. He walked out with her. Because they was at home and they walked out. So yeah, and the
Man,
coach
I need to see what their football schedule is next year.
Coach Monkley. Coach Monkley is the LSU women's basketball coach. And then we had number 8 Oklahoma defeat Texas A&M 72-50. For today's matchups kicking off, are currently going right now. We have number 1 UConn absolutely dominating
Did you
Seton
skip
Hall.
Friday?
Friday, and they're having the top 25 ranked matchups.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, they're having the top 25 ranked matchup. Excuse me. We got number 1 UConn absolutely dominating Seton Hall with a commanding victory going into 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 80-42. Today at 2 p.m. on ESPN Plus, we got number 25 Princeton going up against Penn. We got number 21 Texas Tech hosting Arizona tonight at 7 p.m. on ESPN Plus. We got a top 25 ranked matchup in California. We got number 4 UCLA hosting number 17 USC at 8 p.m. on Peacock. And then we got number 8 TCU going up against Utah tonight at 9 p.m. on ESPN Plus. For Sunday's matchups in the NCAA Women's Top 25, we got number 11 Kentucky coming off a huge win against LSU. They will be hosting Missouri tomorrow at 12 p.m. on the SEC Network. We got number 18 Notre Dame going up against Duke tomorrow at 12 p.m. on the ACC Network. Number 24 Michigan State hosting Illinois on the Big Ten Network. Number 16 North Carolina hosting Stanford tomorrow at 1 p.m. on ESPN. We got number 3 South Carolina going up against Florida at 2 p.m. on the SEC Network. We got number 19 Ohio State hosting Rutgers. We got a top 25 ranked SEC matchup. Number 2 Texas hosting number 15 Ole Miss at 3 p.m. on ESPN2. We got number 8 Oklahoma hosting Mississippi State. A top 25 ranked matchup between number 10 Iowa State and number 22 Baylor tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. on ESPN. Number 20 Nebraska hosting Purdue. Number 13 Louisville hosting Virginia Tech tomorrow at 4 p.m. on the ACC Network. Number 23 Tennessee going up against Auburn at 4 p.m. tomorrow on the SEC Network. A top 25 ranked matchup in the SEC.
Ooh.
Number 12 Vanderbilt, who's undefeated, will be hosting number 5 LSU coming off their first loss of the season tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. on ESPN. And then we have number 7 Maryland hosting Indiana. So make sure y'all pull up next week on the Sports Huddle to get an updated information from Saturday and Sunday's matchups in the NCAA men's and women's top 25. Wrapping up the Sports Huddle today, ladies and gentlemen, with the National Hockey League.
Didn't they just start like a winter classic or something?
And actually, we won't be wrapping up the Sports Huddle because we have to announce the Unrivaled League matchups for Monday because we will be behind. So we will not actually be, yeah, we will not. So
Let
I
me
almost
go
forgot.
pull this up.
Yeah. So yeah, we will have the Unrivaled League to wrap up the Sports Huddle today after the National Hockey League. But in regards to the information or the question about the Winter Classic, I don't think the Winter Classic has started this week yet. I think it will be coming up, if I'm not mistaken. The Winter Classic, I don't see anything on the schedule that is in regards to that yet, but I have heard rumors about it. So I'll have to do more research for you, fam.
Okay,
But from Thursday's matchups in the National Hockey League, we had the Senators defeat the Capitals 4-3. We had the Mammoth defeat the Islanders 7-2. We had the Maple Leafs defeat the Jets 6-5. The Penguins defeated the Red Wings 4-3. The Canadiens defeated the Hurricanes 7-5. The Lightning defeated the Kings 5-3. The Blackhawks defeated the Stars 4-3, and the Kraken defeated the Predators 4-1. From Friday's matchups in the National Hockey League, Oh, and yeah, the Winter Classic did start on Friday. The Rangers Panthers matchup was a game in the Winter Classic. So I don't know if that was a tournament or that was just a matchup. So the Blues defeated the Golden Knights 4-3. The Rangers defeated the Panthers in the Discover National Hockey League Winter Classic 5-1. The Kraken defeated the Canucks 4-3, and the Wild defeated the Ducks 5-2. For today's matchups kicking off right now, just going into halftime, the Penguins have a 2-1 lead over the Red Wings going into halftime, and that game is on ABC or ESPN Plus for the third inning, I mean, for the third quarter, excuse me. The Devils host the Mammoth. The Blue Jackets host the Sabres. The Flyers going up against the Oilers. The Blues host the Canadians. The Lightning going up against the Sharks. The Senators hosting the Jets. Tonight at 7 p.m. on the National Hockey League Network, we got the Maple Leafs going up against the Islanders. Excuse me. We have the Capitals hosting the Blackhawks. The Avalanche going up against the Hurricanes. The Predators going up against the Flames. The Kings hosting the Wild, and the Bruins going up against the Canucks. Excuse me. For Sunday's matchup in the National Hockey League, we have the Dallas Stars hosting the Canadians, the Penguins going up against the Blue Jackets, the Panthers hosting the Avalanche, the Hurricanes going up against the Devils, and the Blackhawks will be hosting the Golden Knights. So yeah, looking ahead to the Unrivaled League, I know some big information coming out of the Unrivaled League. Nafisa Collier had ankle surgery. She had ankles. Yeah,
Oh,
she had surgery on both her ankles. So I'm pretty sure she won't be available this year for the Unrivaled League. I'm pretty sure she's trying to get healthy for the WNBA season. But still, she'll be behind the scenes, making sure things work. Showing finding ways to see how they can better improve this Unrivaled League. So, what type of information you got pulled up for, cuz?
oh man, no, I'm looking over here at the opening night games.
Mm-hmm. What we got?
So right now, opening night game, 7:30 p.m. We have. Why is it showing two sets of things? But the website shows something different. One second, right quick.
Yeah,
Let me pull it up
yeah,
on the
yeah.
actual
Right.
website.
The information I got right now from True TV. But we got a few matchups on opening night. So opening night is
Yeah.
Monday, January 5th. Uh, this upcoming Monday, 1 p.m. on True TV. You will have the Mist at the Hive. Again, the Hive is a new team. So let's get some revamp here.
All
So
right.
new clubs for the Unrivaled League is as follows. We got the Hive, we got the Breeze, I think those are two revamped teams, two revamped clubs, because I think it was 8 teams last year, but they've been revamped and renamed. So you have the Breeze Basketball Club and you have the Hive Basketball Club, along with the Laces, the Lunar Owls, the Mist, the Phantom, the Rose, and the Vinyl. All 6 of those teams were already established last year, but the Hive and the Breeze are the 2 new announced clubs, right? The rosters are as follows. Let's take a look here. Um, Let's take a look here at the rosters. So I just had it. Looking forward to that 1v1 tournament again also. So the
Yeah.
2026 Breeze roster is as follows. You got Ari McDonald, Kate Martin, Cameron Brink, Dominique Malongo, Rakia Jackson, and Paige Buckers. They are the Breeze, and their head coach is Noel Quinn. For the Hive Basketball Club, you have Monique Billings, Sanaya Rivers, Natisha Heidemann, Ezzy McBegor, Sonia Citron, and Kelsey Mitchell, and their head coaches Raina Wakama for the Hive basketball team. For the Laces basketball club, we have Jackie Young, Alyssa Thomas, Nas Hillman, Maddie Segrest,
Segrist. Yeah.
Jordan Canada, and Brittany Skies, and their head coach is Andre Wade. For the Luna Owls, their roster is Nafisa Collier, which she won't be available.
I wonder who
Aaliyah,
they're gonna get to replace her.
Rebecca Allen, Skylar Diggins, Marina Mabry, and Rachel Banham, and their head coach is DJ Sackman, and that is the Lunar Owls. The Miss Basketball Club consists of Brianna Stewart, Enrique Ungumbawali,
Yeah.
Veronica Burton, Alan Smith, Lee Ururu,
Yuri.
Yuri, and Alicia Gray, and their head coach is Zach O'Brien. For the Phantom Basketball Club, you have Satu Sable, Natasha Cloud, Donna Evans, Aaliyah Boston, Kiki Irafin, Kelsey
Mhm.
Plum, and Tiffany Hayes, and their head coach is Ronika Hodges. for the Rose Basketball Club, which is the reigning Unrivaled League champion, you have Shakira Austin, Lexi Hall, Sugg Sutton, Azura Stevens, Chelsea Gray, and Kalia Cooper, and their head coach is Nola Henry. And for the final team, the Vinyl Basketball Club, you have Brittany Griner, Ray Burrell, Erica Wheeler, Derica Hamby, Ryan Howard, and Courtney Williams, and their head coach is Teresa Weatherspoon. They must be the zesty team, the zesty squad. But well, yeah, I mean, I don't think women can be zesty, but you know what I mean. The masculine zesty squad, whatever. That's on them. That's definitely what the roster gives. But yeah, looking forward to the Unrivaled League, man. Looking forward to see how these women perform in their second season ever. Looking forward to see if the Rose Basketball Club is able to repeat and defend their title as Unrivaled League champions. So the Unrivaled League roster or the Unrivaled League schedule for the first day of the year, first game of the season, kicking off season 2 is as follows. So game 1 again will be at 1 p.m. on True TV or TBS. It will be the Miss Basketball Club going up against the High Basketball Club. And then at 2:15 p.m. on Monday, January 5th, it will be the Vinyl Basketball Club going up against the Aces. And then that same night at 8 p.m., the Lunar Owls will be going up against the Rose Basketball Club. And then at 9:15 p.m. on TNT or True TV, True TV will be the 1 p.m., 2 p.m. game will be on True TV exclusively. And then the 8 p.m. and 9:15 p.m. matchups will be on TNT or True TV. So you can check those
Hey,
two matchups
cuz
on any of those games. Yes, sir.
if they got HBO Max, they can catch it on HBO Max too, because True
Oh, yeah.
TV is
Yeah.
affiliated.
Or HBO Max. That is correct. And then the
Yes, sir.
final game of the first day of the regular season for the Unrivaled League will be the Phantom Basketball Club going up against the Breeze Basketball Club. So a lot of individuals, a lot of big names on these rosters this year. As my cousin said, looking forward to see who's going to be the sub for Nafisa. But yeah, looking forward to it, man. It's been something that we've been talking about for years now, and it's back again. So really looking forward to see how the Unrivaled League improves even more than last year and brings competitive basketball back to the lights of women's sports. So looking forward to it. So I'm grateful, Dave. That's my cousin Papa Dennis, man. We really enjoyed being here with y'all today. Again, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the Grateful Gab podcast. Or it might be up here. Make sure you subscribe to the Grateful Gab
It's down there.
podcast. I know, but I'm saying when I do the video, I probably put it up there. But just
Ah,
subscribe.
okay.
All right, just subscribe. We ain't gonna be disrespectful like a lot of other platforms, but we want y'all to subscribe. It helps us continue to do what we're doing here and continue to grow. But we appreciate you. Make sure you go check out my cousin, Just Unconventional Podcast, as he stated. Got some new material coming out for us to be able to be on the lookout for. So I'm excited for that. Tune in here daily on the Grateful Gab podcast for daily inspirational insight and talks and different things of that nature. And again, every Thursday and Saturday, you can check us out here on the Grateful Sports Huddle. It's been a blast. Looking forward to NFL season today. Wrapping up the regular season. It's crazy that we're here, right? We didn't even acknowledge how the regular season is here because we're so excited for it to come. But it's here, man. It just seemed like yesterday we was in preseason, then week 1. Now we here, January
Week
2026,
18.
and week 18 is here. So love y'all,
Mm-hmm.
man. Take care of yourselves, cousin. Appreciate you always being here. You take care of yourself. Be blessed. We love y'all, and until next time, peace.
Peace, peace.